Ugh, what was the first book I read? Ah, shoot. Hey guys, I'm Shay, and today is day 3 of BookTubeAthon. If you don't know what that is, it is this week-long readathon put on by Ariel Bissett, and it's been going on for I don't know how many years, but it's this really fun thing where they're trying to encourage you to read as many books as you can, or I guess actually the challenge for this week is only 7 books. So I thought that I would do an update of sorts so you would know where I am at. This is my first year participating, and it's been really fun so far. So let's get to the update. So like I said, it is day 3 and I have already read 3 books, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I haven't actually done any reading today, and I still have plenty of time to read, but I haven't done any yet today. I actually read like a book and 2/3 of a book yesterday. So anyway, I guess I'll just get into the books that I've read so far. So the first book that I read was Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. I really liked this book. It took me probably like 5 hours to read. I started like somewhat early-ish in the morning, though I know some people started at like midnight and didn't go to bed until they were done with their first book, but I didn't start till like 7:30 and I finished at like noonish, so it was like, yeah, like 4.5 or 5 hours. But yeah, I really liked it. I really liked Fangirl, so I figured I'd like this one too since I really like the author's writing. It's set in like the 80s. It's these 2 people who are just like total misfits, and they end up getting together. Of course, it's a romance book, but it was really funny and really sweet. And then it was also really sad, like the girl's living situation was really sad. So yeah, I really liked it though. I gave it a 4 out of 5 because there were some things that were just kind of too unbelievable for me. Like there was almost like a sense of insta-love there. But other than that, I really liked it. There is a lot of swearing in it though, so I do gotta warn you about that. I forgot to mention that also this week, not only are you supposed to read 7 books, but there is like a challenge going along with each book, and the way that you picked out each book. So one of the challenges was that you had to read the book that you bought most recently, and so for me, that was Armada by Ernest Cline. I figured since I liked Ready Player One that I would really like this one. Judging by the book jacket, it seemed like it was going to kind of be similar to Ready Player One in the sense that like the main character really likes pop culture from like the 80s and like vintage retro video games and music and stuff like that. It's kind of a weird story. It's like this conspiracy theory that the government has been using video games to train people to fight aliens, and so now the aliens are actually attacking Earth, and so they're recruiting all these kids basically to help them save the world, which I thought was an interesting concept. I'm not huge into sci-fi, but I figured I'd try it because once again, it's Ernest Cline, and I loved Ready Player One. I actually ended up giving this book a 3 out of 5. It wasn't my favorite. I actually ended up skimming through a lot of it because a lot of it was really technical, like video game jargon and like setting up stuff and working rockets and all this stuff that I'm not really interested in. So I would like skim, something kind of interesting, skim, something, I don't know. So this was kind of slow going. I think it took me the longest to read this, and this is the one that took me like the equivalent of a day, but I kind of split it up between 2 days. So anyway, it was alright. I mean, I don't know, I liked it, I think. I mean, I gave it a 3, and that's like barely above average, I suppose. So yeah. But anyway, this was my second book. And if you're into science fiction and video games and all that, which I know several people that are, then I think maybe you would like this book. And then the last book that I read, it really only took me about 3 hours or 4 hours to read. I loved the first book in this series, trilogy, whatever it's going to be. It is Sky on Fire by Emmy Laybourne. For this challenge, you had to choose a book whose author's last initial was the same as your last initial. So my last initial is L, and the last name is Laybourne, so there you go, I picked this book. I loved the first one in the Monument 14 series. So all these kids who get trapped in this like big department store, or almost like a Walmart kind of store, after these toxic chemicals are released into the air. It's kind of dystopian. We made more like natural disaster kind of thing. But anyway, all these kids are held up in this store, and so this is the second book where some of them have. If you don't want to know this, then spoiler, I'm spoiling kind of ish because this is the second book. In this one, the group has split up and half of the kids left on this bus, And so it kind of goes between two points of view. One is Dean. He and a few of the others stayed in the store, and then the other perspective is his little brother Alex, and he and the rest of the people went out on the bus, and so they're out in the world and they're trying to get to a safe place so that they can get there and get help and come back to the store and get all the others. And anyway, it was really, really good. I'm not usually a fan of like split point of view stories. I usually would like to stick with one point of view, but I actually really liked it. It's like from the point of view of the little brother, it's like he's writing this all down in a notebook and telling his brother what's going on. So I thought that was really interesting. I think Emmy Laybourne is one of like the underrated writers of the YA genre, age group, whatever, because her writing is so good. There was actually one point where I read like three pages, and by the end of those 3 pages I was like, holy crap, that was intense, and I had to read it again. So just saying, Emmy Laybourne is really, really good, and I think that all of you should read her Monument 14 series. This one I either gave it a 4 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5. I don't know why I would give it a 4 out of 5 when it deserves a 5 out of 5, but I don't know what I was thinking last night. So I guess you'd have to go on Goodreads and find out for yourself. Okay, so that is it for the books that I've read so far. There have also been challenges, video challenges this week. There have only been 3 since this is day 3. The first one was a domino challenge where you had to make your books into like a domino or into like a pattern and then push them over like a domino effect kind of thing. And I did do that one, and I actually had a lot of fun doing that one, and it is right here if you would like to look at it. And then the second challenge was hosted by Raylene from Padfoot and Prongs 07, and that one was to act out a scene from the book you were currently reading. And I didn't do that one because I was reading Armada, and I can't really act out video game scenes, or I don't know. I could try, I guess. Ah, scary squid, alien things, shoot them, oh no, I died. I don't know. I'm not a good actor, I'm sorry. Anyway, so as you can see, I'm not good at that one, so I decided not to do that one because that was an embarrassment. And then today's challenge was actually done by Cass from Little Book Owl, and all of these are on the BookTubeAthon's like YouTube channel, so you can go check those out. And her challenge was to create a book tower. And I kind of did that, I guess. Behind me, I have like a wall of books. I mean, I guess that's my attempt at the challenge, but I'm not actually like doing the challenge, I guess. To win the challenges, they have to be like really super cool and really creative towers, and I'm just not, I don't have any ideas, so I guess I'm not really entering that contest. So if you wanted to do it, I'll just link the video below, and that way you can kind of see what's going on. That is it for my update. I guess I still have 4 books left to read. Bloodthirsty by Flynn Meaney, Insanity by Cameron Jace, Wake by Lisa McMahon, and The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. So hopefully I will get those done. I'm sure I will. Most of those are short books, and I picked those for that reason. So there you go. That is my update for day 3. I hope you liked it. I hope you had a great night, and I will see you next time. Bye!